Jewish life in Europe. 1. The Jews of Paris, representing the history of Jews in France. The French Revolution was a turning point in the context of Jewish history in Europe. In theory, Jews were now equal citizens, but the implementation of liberty, equality and fraternity seemed to be difficult. During the Napoleonic period, the Jews were questioned about their loyalty to France. The Jews were not trusted in France, as you will see in the Dreyfus affair. Napoleon issued the infamous decree in 1808, restricting Jews' economic activity and their freedom of movement. Anti-Semitism during the 19th century urged toward Jewish solidarity and cooperation between the two major Jewish organizations in France. But other Jewish careers demonstrated the success achieved by an emancipated Jew, well acculturated in French society and still highly involved in Jewish affairs. The war between France and Germany changed the position of the Jews in France. France lost, which created political instability and a rise in radical rationalistic trends among the public. Anti-Semitic newspapers began to appear. The French Revolution had been a so-called plot of the Jews, who were allied with the Freemasons. This changed atmosphere erupted in 1894. Alfred Dreyfus, an officer in the French army, was accused of treason and put on trial. Accused because he was the only Jew in the General Staff. Officers of the General Staff threatened to resign if Dreyfus was acquitted, and anti-Semitic riots took place in different parts of the French country. The Count unanimously found Dreyfus guilty of treason and sentenced him to life imprisonment. On January 5th, 1895, Dreyfus was publicly demoted in a degrading ceremony, during which he continued to proclaim, "I'm innocent." It was more than a case of treason. France was divided between liberalism of the French Revolution versus extreme nationalism, anti-Semitism and political conservatism. Auguste Maurice Barré emphasized in his writings the importance of the French national heritage. Émile Zola, on the other hand, in his article I Accuse, fought for the values of the French Revolution and for a retrial. Finally, in 1906, Dreyfus was reinstated in the army with his ranks and honors. It was a shock for many Jews that in France, homeland of liberty and the Great Revolution, this affair took place, particularly when the Jewish victim was completely assimilated. For the Jews of France, the happy end of the Dreyfus affair was the ultimate proof that emancipation and integration in French society was indeed the right way. In the interwar period, many Eastern Jews immigrated to Paris. The Jewish youth movements flourished in France, but the Jewish community in Paris was afraid for new anti-Semitism. The newcomers were viewed as people in need for acculturation. Léon Blum became the first Jewish and socialist Prime Minister of France. He became involved in French politics as a result of the Dreyfus affair. Paris had become the largest Jewish community in Western Europe, third in the world after New York and Warsaw.